Hi friends, my name is Aqil Ahmed, and in this particular video tutorial I will show you how to compress multiple files without using any third-party software in SSIS. So the agenda of today's video tutorial is that we will see like how can we compress multiple files using SSIS. So without wasting further time, let's jump to the demo. So in my div files Apple folder, we got several files. Some of the files are PNG file, XLSX file, CSV file and the PDF file. So suppose I want to compress only the CSV files here. So I want to create one file for every CSV file, like email.csv will be zipped to as email.zip. Similarly, email2.csv will be zipped as email2.zip and so on. So let's see how can we compress every file to its own zip file, and we won't be using any third-party software for zipping it. Like we have several third-party software like WinRAR, WinZip, 7zip as well. So the WinRAR and WinZip, they are paid software, so you need to purchase the license for them if you are using on a server. However, the 7zip is open source and you can use it without purchasing any software. But in this video we will use the .NET classes to zip the file. Okay, so we don't need to purchase any license for this particular zipping method. So without wasting further time, let's jump to the demo. So this is my blank SSIS package that we will be using today to zip a file. So first of all, we will be using the script task to zip the file. Okay, so we can just drag and drop the script task here so that we can zip the file. So I can call it as zip a file. Okay, and in this particular script task we will be using some code to zip a file. So this is the 4 lines of code which can be used to zip a file. Okay, so this is just 4 lines of code which can be used to zip a file. Okay, so this is the source file path which we can pass through SSIS variable. Okay, and then we need to declare a variable for the zip file path, like the destination zip file path. So this 4 line of code can do the work and it can zip the file. Okay, now if I execute this particular code, so this can zip only a single Excel file, but in our scenario we need to zip multiple CSV file. Okay, so we can run a loop using a for each loop container in SSIS. So we will be using the for each loop container to loop through multiple files from this particular folder, and then we can get the file path from here. Okay, and that file path we can pass to this particular variable, this location. Okay, and we'll declare a variable zip file path here, and then we can just assign the path and the file name to zip file path as well. So for that particular thing we can declare few variables. Okay, I will declare only one variable. I think I can declare the variable as file path, the variable that will hold the current file path, and the data type can be string here, and I can give some initial value here, although it is not required, but I can just provide an initial value. So I can give the value here, so that's fine. I think that should be okay. And now I can just use the for each loop container. So I can just drag and drop the for each loop container here, and I can move the zip file inside the for each loop container. Now let's configure the for each loop container. Although I can declare one more extra variable, the folder path, like in which folder the files are situated. So maybe I can declare another variable as well, like folder path, or either you can call it as source folder path or only folder path. That's that's fine. Data type will be string here, and it will contain the path of the files, like in which folder you want to loop through. So I want to loop through D files Apple folder. Okay, so now this is dynamic. Now tomorrow if you want to zip the files from another folder, so you just need to change the folder path. So that's okay. Here there is another scenario. For example, if you want to zip the file at the same folder, then it's okay. If you want to zip the file in another folder, then you can do that particular thing as well, but for now I will zip the file in the same folder. Okay, now let's declare the for each loop container. So from the collection we will be using the for each file enumerator, because we want to loop through the files. And to pass the folder value, we can go to the expression, and from here there is a property directory. So we can select the directory property, and the value of the directory property, it will come from the source folder path variable, because this value will be used to iterate through the files. So I can click OK. Now which file you want to loop through? So I want to loop through only the CSV file. Okay, so that's why I can pass the value as CSV here, star.csv, so that it can loop through all the CSV file. If you have selected the radio button as fully qualified, so it means that it will get the folder path plus file name into the variable. So I can go to the variable mapping, and from here I can select the file path. So the file path variable will contain the value as de files apple and then the file name. So I can click OK. So we have configured the for each loop container now. Now let's configure the script task as well. So in the script task we will be using the file path variable. So from the read only variable I can select the file path. So you can click OK. Now I can actually copy this particular variable as well, because we will be using the variable inside the script. Now I can click on the edit script so that it can open the script editor for us. Alright, so the script editor window has been opened up. I can paste the variable name here. Now it's time to paste the code here. So this is the code to zip the file. So I can copy this particular code and I can paste the code here. So this is good. Now in this particular location I need to pass the value from the variable. So I can copy the file path variable from here, and then I can write dts dot variables, okay, bracket double quotes variable name and the double quote dot value dot toString. So this is how you can get the value from the variable. So this is good. Now it's saying that the file stream method is missing, so I think the file stream method is inside the system.io. So I can click on show potential fixes and I can select using system.io. So this is good. Now we need to declare the zip file path here. Okay, so I can declare a variable string zip file path equal to, and now here we need to pass the value like which zip file path you want to create. So for example, let me give an example right now. So suppose the source file name will be something like this, d files apple email.csv. So now we need to actually replace this value email.csv with the email.zip. Okay, so I think either we can use a replace method as well, and that should be fine. Okay, so for that particular thing, what we can do, we can use this particular value source file path, and then we can use a replace method, replace, and we can replace .csv with .zip. Okay, I think that should be fine. So this is how the value of the zip file path can come, that from the source file we are replacing the .csv with the .zip. Okay, so that's okay. So the last thing that is remaining is the zip archive. So there are some errors coming on the zip archive. It actually needs some classes, and the classes are stored inside the some namespaces. So I can click on show potential fixes. So it can actually we can select this option using system.io.compression. So we can select this one. So this will actually add the system.io.compression assembly here, and then it can also add this using system.io in the namespaces as well. So if you see the namespaces, so it has added this particular using class system.io.compression. So now all the errors are gone now. So there is only one error. It's saying like archive.create entry from file. It's saying zip archive does not contain a definition for this one. So I think we need to add the system.io.compression.file. There is some class here, so we can go to the assemblies and we can search for system.io.compression. There is a file system, so we can select this option as well, so file system, and then we can click OK. So now this error is gone. So now our code is good. Okay, and this code can be used to zip the file. So we can use the try catch block as well. The try catch block is very important. Although this code will work, but still if you use the try and catch block, then that's a plus point. Okay, so I can select this particular 2 lines of code from here. Okay, so what we are doing, that we are declared a variable log folder. So it will create the log file, error log file at this particular location in case this particular code will fail. Okay, so you can change this particular location to a valid folder on your system. So now I can use the try and catch blocks. Try and catch blocks are required so that in case if there is any error, then it can catch the error and the process won't fail. So now we can use the catch exception, and I can say exception. So now we can put the curly braces here. So inside this particular location we can actually catch the exception and can create the error log file. So I can copy this particular code from here and I can paste this particular code. So what this code will do, that at this location it will create the file with the name as error log underscore current date time dot log. Okay, so whatever error that can happen, it can create a error log file and the error description can be written to that particular file. Okay, so this is the code and I will share this whole code with you so that you can use it in your environment as well in your SSIS package. So you can download the code from the link in the description of the video. So our code is ready, so I can click on build and I can do a build here so that I know if there is any error or something. So the build is started and let's see what's happening right now. So now the build is succeeded. So I can close this one, I can go to file, exit, and then I can click on OK. So it will save the code for us. Now our SSIS package is ready. Now if you go to the D files Apple folder, so we don't have any zip file here. So now let's execute the SSIS package and the SSIS package should zip all the CSV files at this particular location. So the package ran fine, and now if you go back to the Apple folder, so you can see the zip file for every CSV file. Okay, so this is working absolutely fine. Okay, now there is one thing that you need to take care, that in the code that we are using, if the extension of the CSV file is in a small CSV, then you should pass the value in the small CSV. If it is in the capital CSV, then you should pass the value in the capital CSV. Okay, that's the one thing that you need to take care inside the code. Okay, so I think that's it for today's video. Thank you guys for watching the video, and if you like the video, then please click the like button, do subscribe to our channel, press the bell icon and click on all so that you will be notified every time I upload a new video. Thank you so much.